Though Poltergeist was no longer #1 at the box office, the movie put its young stars on the map. The career of 22-year-old Dominique Dunne was taking off. She was set to appear in the upcoming TV series, V.
She was really brilliant, smart, talented, easy to get along with, full of enthusiasm because she was just starting her career.
Dominique's love life was also moving full steam ahead. Her boyfriend, 26-year-old John Sweeney, was a successful chef. The couple appeared happy, but they were dealing with demons of their own. Michael Feig worked with Sweeney at Ma Maison restaurant in West Hollywood.
First impression of John was high energy. He was always moving. Bit of a temper, and didn't really want to set it off or aggravate him or anything.
Sweeney had a short fuse. When a fan complimented Dominique on her performance in Poltergeist, Sweeney reportedly attacked him. Just a few months later, Dominique became the victim of one of Sweeney's jealous rages. Dominique's friend, actor Miguel Ferrer.
Sweeney beat the crap out of her. She thought she was gonna die. He choked her unconscious, banged her head on the floor, did all this. I was absolutely blown away.
1 month later, Dominique and Sweeney fought again. This time, the young actress took action. Friend, Gloria Gifford.
He tried to hurt her, and she knew he was really doing something bad. And it was after that that she told me that she said she was separating from him, that they were going to take a time away from each other.
But Sweeney didn't take no for an answer. According to police reports, on the night before Halloween, the chef carved a chocolate mask in Dominique's likeness and delivered it to her door. Dominique was rehearsing lines with actor David Packer when Sweeney made his surprise visit. Former LAPD detective Harold Johnston.
John Sweeney came up, knocked on the door, asked her to let him in so he could talk to her. She declined. She then came outside with him to talk to him. Mr. Packer said he then heard loud noises and loud conversation coming from the front porch.
Packer later testified that he tried to ignore the argument. He turned on the Poltergeist soundtrack to drown out the noise. Then he heard Dominique scream.
At that time, Mr. Packer said he went to the telephoned a friend, and he left a message on the answering machine and said, "If I die tonight, John Sweeney did it."
In a panic, Packer phoned the police.
Police personnel who answered the telephone told him that if he was any kind of a man, that he would go out and help Miss Dunne.
But Packer didn't go outside. A few steps away, Dominique was fighting for her life. Prosecuting attorney Stephen Barshop.
Sweeney grabbed Dominique Dunne by the neck. He grabbed her, pulled her off the porch, pulled her to the side of the house, and was strangling her.
It took approximately 4 minutes. When the sheriff's deputies first arrived, Mr. Sweeney walked out to them with his hands up. He then walked back here and lay down beside Miss Dunne.
Dominique was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles, where she slipped into a coma.
Our emotions would swing from absolute despair to, come on, she's still here. As long as she's still here, there's still a chance it's going to be okay.
But it wasn't going to be okay. After 4 days, Dominique Dunne was taken off life support and declared officially dead. Family and friends were devastated.
She was a wonderful, up-and-coming young star. And, when she was killed, we were stunned. We were just stunned because that had been such a life force. So that was really a tragedy.
John Sweeney faced murder charges. His trial began on July 19, 1983, in the Santa Monica Superior Court. Author Makita Brotman.
John Sweeney came into court looking very, very contrite. He was wearing a black suit, clutching a Bible, looking like a student in a Catholic seminary. He looked down. He was just very pensive and contrite throughout the whole trial.
Sweeney testified that he strangled Dominique Dunne in the heat of passion. He put on a tearful display. On November 10, 1983, after a 6-week trial, the jury returned with its verdict. Sweeney was convicted of voluntary manslaughter and sentenced to 6 years in prison.
He served in the end 2.5 years, and that was a very, very controversial, for someone who strangled his girlfriend with his bare hands.